Dale is more obsessed with 205 GTIs.
It's Chauffeur world.
Yeah.
Here we are. Painted on the underside, inside, outside. Ford frozen white. That's
Does
it.
that mean it's going to rust like a Ford then? Or?
Sort of built to Challenger spec really that Colin McRae started
The
off.
underneath of this thing is literally brand new.
I'm greedy. I want one of each.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a bench from a bar area, so that's what it is.
Cool. This one's the baby. Yeah, the interior in these are really cool. There is actually a Ford here that Dale restored. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes and today I've been invited down by Dale to check out what he gets up to with his cars. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you'll know that I'm absolutely obsessed with classic Fords, in particular Mark 1 and Mark 2 Ford Escorts. Well, Dale is equally obsessed, or maybe even a bit more obsessed, with 205 GTIs, Peugeot 205s.
It's Chauffeur world.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. All right, Dale, massive thanks for inviting us round.
No problem.
Really like your workshop that you've built here. I know you've been documenting this on your YouTube channel, which I will leave a link to in the description. Loving what you've done. Got model cars over there. All the tools and stuff are laid out neatly. Loads of memorabilia on the walls. Big Peugeot banner here. I know you've got a Peugeot dealer sign up there. This place is amazing. I wish I was organised enough to one day have a place like this, but yeah, well done, man, with what you've done.
Thank you, Mark. It's been ongoing for a few years now. I sold off a few Peugeots. I decided obviously chuck my car money into my workshop, and obviously it's home from home down here now.
This Peugeot 205 of yours is currently in this workshop area, and you've got another special 205 GTI in your other sort of storage area. But yeah, you were saying this is a 1.6 GTI, right?
It was bought about 7-8 years ago, and yeah, just sort of we've ended up doing a full ground up restoration on it. Really came with a sunroof. Obviously replaced the sunroof with a non-sunroof roof skin. Painted on the underside, inside, outside. I know it's not a genuine Peugeot white, but obviously I don't want to. It's actually Ford frozen white. Yeah, that's it.
Does that mean it's going to rust like a Ford then, or hasn't Ford paint got the rust in it?
Well, yeah, if you look at them new Transits now and stuff, yeah, it's a bit worrying actually. It's sort of built to a 205 Challenger spec really that Richard Burns, Colin McRae, some of the famous rally stars started off when the 205 was new. Let's
have a quick walk around it. As Dale just mentioned, the whole thing was resprayed inside, outside and underneath. I will give you a look at that in a minute. What a tidy engine bay. We'll let Dale tell us about the engine and stuff in a minute. Look how fresh all the brakes and suspension is. You can see it's got Bilstein suspension. Would that have been original?
That's the Challenger spec front and rear shocks.
I love how clean this thing is, even underneath, even though you are sort of intending to use it as a rally car. If we look into the cockpit, you can see that it's got the rally style seat mounts and stuff. I'm assuming there's going to be some bucket seats and harnesses fitted to this thing. Got the red carpet, which is a GTI feature, is that right?
Yep, standard, obviously, red carpet.
It's got a full safety devices roll cage in there, which Dale was saying is challenge spec. You can see it's got the proper boxes and stuff, and then the roll cage is bolted in. But yeah, I love seeing projects like this where they're sort of gutted and partway through the build. And yeah, that is actually a really cool cage. You can see the bits here, which I assume are going to be where the harnesses wrap around and stuff. But yeah, awesome. Definitely think that Peugeot 205s look really cool in white. The underneath of this thing is literally brand new. You can see that Dale's painted the rear beam yellow and that rear anti-roll bar red. All fresh brake lines and stuff. And yeah, you can see that it's been stone chipped and then painted body colour. But it's good to hear that Dale is going to be using this thing despite how mint it is. Yeah, while we're over this side of the workshop, just check how tidy this place is. And there's more of this in the other part of 205 world. Getting an opportunity to see a car like this up on axle stands, you know, partway through the build, everything being done properly, you know, it literally is immaculate. Yeah, you've done a good job, sir.
Cheers, mate. Like I said, you're going to build it right.
Well, I'll tell you what, while we're at the front end again, let's talk about this power plant. So yeah, this is a 1.6 GTI engine, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much a standard XU engine. Bought as a spare. Head gasket's been done on it. The big end shells have been done on it. It's just a general engine that I've gone through. Oil anti-surge.
Like a baffle.
Yeah, like a baffle, yeah.
It's
obviously a thing that I picked up. It's running a standard J-tronic engine management. Maybe later on to run it on a standalone engine management.
So why did you go with a 1.6 GTI engine in this car rather than a 1.9? Because you were saying to me how there's not many differences.
No, well, I'm greedy. I want one of each.
Fair enough.
Yeah, these rev more, and they say that the 1600 is a better driver than a 1.9 because the 1.9 is a bit more laid back, bigger wheels, longer stroke in the gearbox and stuff. Just a bit more thing, where the 1600, they're more drivable. You have a bit of a gremlin with the wiring on these. They can be a bit temperamental. So obviously a lot of the time I will try and make the loom as best as I can while replacing any terminals and anything else really, anything that catches my eye that needs replacing, it's been done on there.
So basically, because these have kind of got a reputation for the wiring, you make sure you address that.
It's just when the car's in pieces, it's just a bit easier to go through it. There's companies that are reproducing the whole distributor housings and stuff like that now, so obviously I'm running a new one of them. Obviously run a new coil, run a new amplifier type thing where your signal comes from. Got a new water temperature sensor, because that could be temperamental on these. If I'm doing an engine swap or anything on the 205, I try and run them on a later gearbox. And obviously while I've done the gearbox, new clutch, I've uprated the gear rods. So I bought those off of one of the members of the owners club who owns Pug Racing, called Miles. So yeah, like I said, it's just a standard set up in the engine bay. Yeah, I know I've gone a bit over the top with the black on everything. I know people are probably going to give me a comment that they can't see my fluid levels and stuff. But I had a bit of an idea what I wanted to do under the engine bay, and that's how I've done it. It's had strengthening plates put in for the tops of the struts and for one of the engine mounts. Just to give them a bit more strength and stuff, obviously on the gravel stages. There's a strengthening plate on the back of the brake housing and where the pedals are.
I see you've got a sump guard fitted. That's part of the rally spec again.
I'm no expert, obviously, in rally cars and stuff like that, but I've been able to get hold of like a build sheet and talk to different people that do rallying. There's other guards for the fuel tank fitted on it, and I've put like strengthening plates or little brackets here and there, so stuff has got places to bolt to.
Yeah. I know you've got another Peugeot 205 GTI here for us to have a look at. So let's go next door and have a look at that one. Check out this awesome yard that Dale's got down here. There's another 205 shell under there, and over here we've got half of a Peugeot 205 convertible shell?
I want a bench from a bar area.
Oh, right.
So that's what it is.
Cool. So this is destined to be some cool furniture. Do you remember when people used to build barbecues out of the front end of Mark II Escorts?
Yeah.
But now they're too valuable, so no one does it anymore.
I was doing an hour on about using the front of the car.
Yeah.
But obviously the wings are worth quite a lot with these.
This one's the baby. So into another really cool, really smart workshop storage area.
Yeah, I'd say it's my mini museum.
Again, loving all the memorabilia on the wall. Another dealer sign. I know you as well, chuffed when you picked this one up from eBay.
Yeah.
I saw on one of your videos.
I've been getting them. I've got a big lion and I've got a miniature lion.
That one's going in your living room, is it?
Well, yeah, I did want to put the big lion in there, but my lovely wife decided not to.
205 GTI parking only. Lesser cars will be clamped. Love that. And also, all your parts and stuff, all neatly tucked away in boxes with labels. It's really impressive. Like, as you were saying, you know, for many years you were breaking these cars when they weren't maybe as sought after as they are now.
Yeah, I think it was the same as most old cars, is that when people used to give them to you, or you offer them 20 quid, 50 quid, 100 quid and stuff. And obviously I was able to break a lot of them up for spares on my nan and granddad's driveway back in the day. And then, we was able to obviously move into where we are now. And I've broke up a load more. This silver one, it's a well-known car, obviously, in the Peugeot community. And obviously wherever I take it, always gets people looking at it. Like I said, it's like my third child, really.
Well, let's have a look round it. It's clearly absolutely mint. As you say, this one is a 1.9 GTI. Obviously, with it being a 1.9 GTI, it's got the larger wheels and, all the red trim around it, all the GTI features. Loving the GTI mud flaps on it. This thing has been in various magazines and features and stuff. We'll have a look inside the cockpit. Again, red carpet. Really like how these come with red carpet. All original in here. The original steering wheel with the GTI written on it. Yeah, this thing's immaculate. Loving the half leather seats, and they're a 1.9 GTI only feature, you were saying?
Yeah, 1600 obviously had cloth.
This is a beautiful example. Obviously, this is completely stock. Still got the rear seats in it, which are absolutely immaculate. Yeah, the interior in these are really cool with the grey and the red everywhere. It's even got red on the gear knob. Really old school dash. Kind of similar to the Renault 5 GT Turbos. Same era, you know, the hot hatch era. But yeah, this is awesome to see one of these in such good nick. Is the driver's seat mint? And that's protecting it, is it?
It's got the usual, obviously you get a bit of bolster wear.
Yeah, no, I love it. As I say, I love the red and the grey. It's pucker. Oh, electric windows as well, all the mod cons.
But the electric windows were obviously standard on a 1.9 and obviously an optional on a 1600.
Awesome. See, it's got a sunroof.
Yeah, that's a factory sunroof. It's on a vacuum, based obviously off of the brake servo and stuff.
So it's controlled by air?
Yeah, it's sort of, you pull the lever down and you hear it, like it's like a sucker. So
yeah.
And
really interesting that this sunroof's controlled by air. Obviously, with this being a GTI, it's got a little spoiler at the back and stuff. But yeah, these things are really, really cool. I suppose now we'll have a look under the bonnet at the heart of the beast, which I've already seen. It's a proper mint engine, babe. And there it is. 1.9 GTI lump. So tell me a bit more about like what you've done in terms of restoring this thing, because you have had it for many years.
Yeah. Obviously, engine bay, I pretty much stripped it down to head and block and gearbox. I chucked a lot of my parts in the blast cabinet. I've got a couple of old boys that do my zinc plate for me. We've got a company called Baker, which started making engine mounts. Now they've started reproducing more Peugeot parts. They do oil hoses, the water hoses, and a few other bits. I've had a new reservoir for the brake fluid, a new header tank, new washer tank, a coil cover, which you see on there, and that's quite a rarity to find. After obviously what we've done today, I'm going to have a swap round, obviously with the 205s, get this in the workshop. Where it's just been sat idle, I think the front brake calipers are a little bit seized up on it. So I've got some old calipers that I'll strip down. I'll do the front and the rears, just to go through it. Obviously oil change, general service, fluids change. Most people, if they buy one like this, they take it apart and they want to go down the route of brand new. But then you sort of like losing actually what it is.
This is way too clean to take apart and respray on the outside. Like, you can't do it, man. I mean, look at it. With that being the original paint and how old the car is, like, it'd be criminal to fully restore it. And I know, obviously, things like the brake lines and that have been changed, and you have re-zincs things, so it's not like technically original, but I think you've definitely struck the balance right, you know, like,
yeah, and
it's, you know, as clean as you're going to get it, without sort of butchering it in a way.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, and that's what I've tried doing.
These things are so cool. Obviously got the fog lights in the front bumper and stuff. Again, you know, the red coming round, but yeah, man, an 80s icon. Now, for you guys that watch my channel that love your Fords like I do, there is actually a Ford here that Dale restored. All right, so this is Dale's Transit pickup.
Yeah, drop side.
And yeah, it's been completely restored, been resprayed. The cab, it's absolutely mint. Even done under here.
We ran it over to my friend's body shop. Adam obviously painted it for me, and then I rebuilt the body, had stuff powder coated, put some tool lockers on there, obviously side lights. They say it's the last of the decent Transits, obviously being a 2.4, because now obviously they're going to a 2.2 and a 2 litre and stuff like that.
And is that signal blue or?
I don't really know. I think
it's signal blue. Because this would look great with Maud on the back of it.
So I was going to paint it back white, and my dad said to me, nah, keep it blue, it stands out a little bit. Yeah, I don't think he thought I was going to go that much over the top when I said I was going to repaint it.
Nah, it's cool, man.
Yeah,
cool
no, it's
truck.
good. Yeah, it's
cool
good.
truck. There you go. For people that watch my videos that moan that I'm filming non-Fords, there's a Ford. All right, so back in the workshop with the rally car. I want to say massive thanks for inviting us down today.
No.
Really enjoyed having a look around. Really interesting to see what you've been up to.
Yeah. No, thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Kat. I really appreciate you coming down. Obviously, I know where I am, and obviously it's a bit out of your way.
No problem. Now, I will leave links in the description to Dale's social media, including his YouTube channel. Definitely go and give him a follow and subscribe to his channel to keep up to date with what he gets up to in Peugeot 205 GTI land. But for now, I'm going to end this video here. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new, and make sure you activate the notification bell to be kept up to date with all future uploads. Check out my website for official Marcus Hayes merchandise or to grab some parts for your cars. And don't forget, if you don't see the parts you need, just drop me an email and I'll source whatever you do need from one of my trusted suppliers. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Massive thanks to all my Patreons for your ongoing support. I will leave all the links to all that in the description, as well as my email address for anyone who wants to contact me. But other than that, until next time, from me and Dale and my beautiful girlfriend Kat, who is behind the camera, thanks for watching.